Hi guys! Kumusta na po kayo? Namiss ko po kayong lahat. Sorry po at medyo po matagal din bago ako nakapag-vlog ulit. This past weeks, medyo naging busy na naman sa ibang bagay. I hope na okay kayong lahat and in good health. And with your family, I hope so. So guys, it's been already like around 9 months na nandito ako nakarating po ako dito sa Ireland. So it's been good 9 months so far, so good. May mga challenges of course kasi kahit saan naman tayo mapunta, mapadpad, as long as buhay pa tayo, meron talaga tayong haharapin challenges sa buhay. But with the grace of God, we're all keeping up with life, and we just keep our prayers and putting our everything into God's hands. So guys, I would like to share it to you today how what's the pros and the cons of living in Ireland. Kung ano ba ang maganda, bakit magandang tumira o bakit hindi magandang tumira sa Ireland so far sa aking mga mata. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Check at your service. So guys, as I've shared it to you before, for the longest time, I stayed for around 12 years in Saudi Arabia, and I came to a point na nag-isip na rin ako na I think it's time for me to move out from my comfort zone and take another challenge to shift to another country, and like hoping na sana mag-work out at soon ma-enjoy naman ang mga benefits after hardships and sacrifices. So ano nga ba ang mga why is it good, or what's the reason of staying here in Ireland, the pros of living here in Ireland? So guys, as you know, Ireland is part of Europe, and of course, I thought also that here in Ireland, it's just pure English. But then I came to know na meron palang ibang language dito, which is their local language, which is Irish language. Siya guys, kakaiba siya, mahirap siyang spell out, mahirap siyang i-pronounce. But then, ang pinaka talaga nila dito is English. So, as time goes by, of course, katulad ko na hirap ding mag-English. So, you will also develop the way you will communicate to others in English as time pass by. Nagkakaroon kayo ng confidence later on. So, typically guys, as I've said earlier, yung Ireland is the best place na, alam mo yun, best place for you to travel anywhere in the world. Kasi nga, ang UK, 1 hour away lang, ang Barcelona, 2 hours flight lang, and ang Rome, which is in Italy, 3 hours flight lang from Ireland. And sinasabi pa nga nila, home base ito sa mga itchy feet, sa mga people who loves to travel, ang Ireland. Kasi mabilis makakuha ng visa, approve agad, and especially if you're an Irish passport holder na, citizen ka na. So almost most countries they don't have to get a visa anymore, as in wide access to different countries ka na. Tapos dito rin sa Ireland guys, the crime is law. So meron silang dito, strict sila sa gun laws nila dito. Tapos you can only have a firearm if you live on a farm, and it has to be from farm appropriate. So hindi ba basta-basta makakuha ng lisensya dito guys to own your ammunition or your gun. So, this only means that yung mga violent crimes dito, like mga morbid crimes na usually nangyayari sa ibang bansa, very less or very low ang cases dito. So, it's all very pretty safe to call it home compared to many other countries. Tapos dito rin guys, healthcare is extremely accessible. So, lahat ng residents dito sa Ireland are entitled to healthcare. Especially kung ang threshold ng income mo is below to a certain earning. So, you qualify for a medical card which entitles you to get almost all your medical services for free. And dito guys, for non-residents like us, katulad ko na kararating lang ng Ireland, less than a year pa lang, when you go to a government hospital, pwede kang, alam mo yun, yung hindi ka kaagad, hindi ka kaagad nila i-charge sa hospital expenses mo. But I think they're going to give you or mail to you the charges. But it's not that much compared sa ibang bansa. Kasi nga, as much as possible, sinasubsidize ng government ang mga doctor's visits dito. But then, of course guys, in here, it's better to have your own HMO. Kasi, of course, you have all the options to go to, private private hospital or government hospital. So, ang Ireland din, nag-offer din sila ng drugs payment scheme which caps the amount you have to spend on prescription medications and at saka yung long-term scheme illness, which also cover your cost if you have a chronic or long-term condition. Tapos meron din silang maternity and infant care scheme which heavily subsidizes the medical costs of having kids. So guys, typically in here, healthcare is extremely accessible talaga. And then guys, you can also have your dual citizenship here. So residents here in Ireland can be dual citizens with another nation, as long as that nation also recognizes the ability to hold a dual citizenship. So dito guys, ang transportation is, it goes everywhere, public transportation. So sa mga malalaking cities like Dublin, it is generally pretty fast and reliable. Though there are also delays sometimes, especially during weekends. But otherwise guys, every 10 minutes ang biyahe ng buses dito. Ako, personally, I'm going to work by bus. So, very comfortable ang bus nila dito kasi nga, to story siya, yung bus nila dito. So, you can really sit comfortably and then, it's also generally safer. And yung cost ng bus fare is extremely low. Mababa lang ang bayad. Okay? So it's around like 1.5 kung halfway ka ng destination at saka around 2.5 euro pag yung full from your location to that exact destination na gusto mong puntahan. So guys, maliban sa buses, you can also go by trains and trams. So, yung trams po, parang parang LRT, MRT. Yung train, parang LRT, MRT rin. Pero ewan ko ba kung ano bang kaibahan ng train at saka tram dito. Basta train lang, itsura din lang din nila. When I'm going to countrysides, para sa aking trabaho, because I'm working as a community nurse, sometimes I travel by train also. Tapos, you can book, online. Even yung buses papuntang countrysides, you can also book online. Tapos, medyo mura din ang mga rental cars dito. And if you have a plan of going on a picnic with family, pwede rin kayo mag-rent ng yung parang pang-camping na mga sasakyan. So guys, dito rin sa Ireland, There are a lot of pubs here. So yung pubs nila dito, it's like their community centers where people make and keep friends. Yung socialization ba guys, it's not just a place for drinking, but to play games, hear music, and more. So, yung social scene dito sa Ireland guys is quite lively. So, what are the cons or ano yung mga negative aspect naman of living here in Ireland? So, as we know guys, unfortunately, wala namang perfect na lugar sa mundo. So, just like any other country, meron ding mga cons or negative aspects of living here in Ireland. So, number one dyan ay ang weather. So, ang weather ng Ireland, it's almost cold all year round at saka rainy. Parang Pilipinas. Kasi, ang Pilipinas is malapit sa Pacific Ocean. Dito naman is napapalibutan din ng Atlantic Ocean. Kaya, all year round dito, maulan. So, ang sabi nga nila, you can see all the seasons in one day. All 4 seasons in one day. So, dito, we are always prepared na dala-dala namin yung umbrella namin, yung raincoat, tsaka yung jackets. Kasi anytime, pwedeng biglang umulan, pwede namang biglang magpakita si Mr. Sun, maging sunny. Tapos, basta nag-iiba-iba siya guys. Pero, ang kagandahan lang din is, hindi siya nag-heavy snow dito just like, Canada or other places in the world. Number 2 guys is yung cost of living dito sa Ireland can be high. So, kung gaano kalaki ng sahod mo, magko-compensate lang din siya sa cost of living mo. So, especially when you live in metropolitan areas, just like where I am currently living now. I live in County Dublin, but it's 1 hour away from Dublin. So, the rents are usually high because compared to the countrysides. So, usually mag-range ang mga dito like 500 euro pataas for a single room. But in the countryside, you can have like 600 or 700 pataas for a whole house na. Pero ang mga lugar na yon countrysides have less access to public transportation. Ang pop culture dito guys isn't for everyone, as we know. So, typically Irish people love pubs and medyo madami-dami talagang pubs dito. Socially, talaga sila, mahilig din sila sa, drinking spree. But if you don't find it, like, if you don't drink, you may find the culture isn't for you. So anyway guys, when we are in a culture like that, well, you know your ground. So it's up to you pa rin. And then, the healthcare system din dito guys isn't perfect. So, it is accessible for the most part. But some medical procedures requires long waiting. So, dito guys, you cannot, especially during this COVID season, you cannot directly go to hospitals. You need a referral from your GP. So, ang pathway dito guys is to see your GP first for your health concerns before you go to the hospital. You need a referral from your GP. Guys, ang fuel din dito sa Ireland is expensive, mahal. Very high ang cost ng petrol dito. Yung at the end of 2017 nga, Ireland was the 4th most expensive place in the world to fuel up a car. Tapos yung tax dito, malaki ang tax nila dito sa petrol, around 60%. So it's expensive, twice as expensive sa US. So, but then, comfort is comfort. It's up to us to weigh things down. Tapos dito guys, buying property won't be easy. Daming requirements para makakuha ng mortgage dito. And generally, it's even harder for us expats to qualify. So, ang pag-borrow dito is generally higher risk. So guys, at the end of the day, tayo pa rin po ang mismong nag-weigh ng options natin because anywhere in the world, there will always be pros and cons sa tinitirhan natin. So it's still up to us, still our own perspective, and you can also do some research before you shift to other country. God bless you guys. Sana kahit papano ay may nagkaroon kayo ng idea how life runs here in Ireland. So God bless you and take care.